Hello, all heroes, and welcome back to Invincible Guarding the Globe. And today we've got an interesting thing to talk about in the form of Restricted Arena. Now, of course, as we know, Restricted Arena is a very simple concept. Every single week, there's a restriction based on a tag, and you have to use that tag. We all know this. It's been that way since day freaking one. However, this time around went a little cattywampus. Because when I started Restricted Arena this week, I was criminals, and a fair number of people were criminals. However, a lot of people were ranged characters, which means that my poor Powerplex Mauler team was facing off against freaking Universa, which is not ideal. However, they basically just changed it to be ranged, which is interesting, because the next one is supposed to be ranged, but I imagine they'll change that as well. Something happened. Somewhere the wires got really crossed. And I'll be curious to see if they actually do range next time, because that would be literally the exact same thing. I wonder if they'll maybe change that one to criminals, or maybe that was supposed to be what they were going to do to begin with. I don't know. I don't know. All I'm saying is that this Viltrumite one had better be correct, because I want to use my Viltrumites. But apparently this current season is ranged. That seems to be what they've settled on. So, we're going to proceed as thus. We're going to assume that ranged is correct, and we're going to go from there. So, ranged characters. Ranged characters is basically anybody with a stick, or gun, or some kind of weapon that, or ability that makes them ranged. I'm kind of getting confused with armed on that one, if I'm being totally honest. Because I guess robot doesn't technically have a stick. But point is, long-range characters. First of all, you know her, you'll love her, or you hate her if you don't have her built up. Universa. Say it with me now, y'all. Universa Arena. She's just too good. She is just too good, but hey. Just because I think it's hilarious, just because I don't really like it that she dominates almost all the metas, don't mean I'm not going to use her, because, yeah, obviously, we're going to use Universa. As always, you want to make sure that you have Tripping the Life Fantastic maxed out as much as possible, and then you can go from there. Next, of course, we've got some other ranged characters. Doc Seismic. If you're not using Universa, hopefully you're using Doc Seismic, because admittedly, Doc Seismic is very close to just as good as Universa, especially right now. He's got two abilities that causes some very chunky stuns, especially if you do have them powered up all the way. He can protect himself very nicely. And of course, this ability here, Bow Before Doc Seismic, will do massive damage to grounded enemies and dispel their shields. And that's very relevant, because there's an interesting combo pack here with Adam Eve and Seance Dog. Yes, Seance Dog, the goodest boy himself. Even though I currently have him up only to Epic, he is interesting in this arena, and I don't think it was intentional, if I'm being honest. But let's talk about Adam Eve first. Adam Eve, I've said it before and I'll say it again, she is arguably the best support in the game, and it's because of her skills. They go crazy. Her main skill here makes it so that if you get it maxed out, she will literally grant a team-wide shield to her entire team, all 4 allies, plus herself. I mean, it's a chunky shield, and it lasts for a while. You want to get this ability maxed out. Next, of course, we have Hurt and Heal. Throwing projectiles that will do either damage to the enemy or heal your allies, and the damage it does is 300% of her max HP, which is kind of a lot, actually. That's actually pretty good. Whenever any ally receives any shield, the value of the shield is increased by a percentage based on the level. Final value cannot exceed a percentage of her max HP, and in addition, that ally that received the shield is healed for 9%. Here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. It's when an ally receives any shield. And if you remember Seance Dog's ability, you'll know why that's relevant here in a second. Because Seance Dog here, when fighting alongside a Not of This Earth character, Seance Dog's healing provides shields equal to a percentage of the healing amount. So he's going to do a lot of healing. He's going to provide shields. Adam Eve, in turn, will heal when they get those shields and provide more shields or more healing and more shield. And you'll see. Here's the thing. We talked about this on stream, actually. I'm pretty sure it's bugged. Gotta be honest. Pretty sure it's actually bugged, and you'll see why. In fact, we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it, because I see no need to bury the lead any more than we already have. Anybody else here, you can kind of mix and match. I personally like going in with Russ because he pairs really well with Universa with his Invader buff. You could go the Mauler Angstrom combo. That is an option as well. But the best characters are Universa, Doc Seismic, probably Russ in my opinion, and then Adam Eve and Seance Dog. Specifically Seance Dog with the healing gel. And yeah, you'll see why. Because I'm pretty sure it's busted. Let's get into a battle here. And you'll see we've got a kind of a neat little team here. We've got Universa, Doc Seismic, Russ, Adam Eve, and Seance Dog. Now here's the kicker. Because of how Seance Dog and Adam Eve's abilities work, Seance Dog is constantly applying shields whenever he heals, and Adam Eve is constantly healing when shields are applied. Which not only leads to an extremely hilarious visual that you'll see in a second here, but also means that you just never die while one of your supports are alive. You would just never die. Now look at this. Look at that. You can't even see the fight. He's now, I think chat coined the term a seizure dog instead of Seance Dog, because you just don't see the fight. I don't think my health bar moved that much, and if it did, it went back up just as fast. Now look at this. Look at all that healing. And this was a quick fight. But all that healing. And look at the number of statuses applied from Seance Dog. Like a combination of the shields he's applying, and then the healing gel doing some amazing work. I'm pretty sure this interaction... See, here's the thing. It feels like it should be bugged. But when you read the fine print of the abilities, I'm not sure it is. I think it is technically working as intended. It's just somebody on the dev team did not expect it to work like that. That's my theory. Now, this team could be interesting because this is a rival Seance Dog Adam Eve team. Let's see what happens. This is going to be an unstoppable force versus an immovable object. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, we're getting overwhelmed. We are getting actually overwhelmed here, because the problem is, if Seance Dog dies, then you lose a lot of muscle. But actually, it looks like we wiped theirs out at about the same time. When Seance Dog dies, it stops the rotation. But as long as he is alive, which is not hard to do, yeah, visual craziness. Like, look at all that. Look at all that. I don't even know. Okay, now we're just barely taking any damage at this point. Yeah, there we go. I just don't know. It's like, it feels like a bug, but I'm not sure it is. I'm not actually sure it is. I think it's working as intended, or at least working as designed. It's just, I don't think they ever imagined this combo. So, you're probably going to see a lot of this in the ranged arena, because, yeah, that's probably going to be the meta. As far as ranged arena goes, at least, that's probably going to be the meta. But just as a little bonus here, gotta tell y'all, it works in this too. Let's go against this team. A terrifying Red Rush on this team. This team can beat me. Okay, in fact, you know what? Let's demonstrate that. Watch me actually win this fight. That'd be hilarious. But let's demonstrate. This team is extremely strong. Strong Red Rush. Strong everybody. Strong Universa. Strong Invincible. I would be surprised if I beat this team with my usual bruisers. Now then again, there's always the opportunity to get lucky. But I mean, we're taking okay, Universa's down. Universa's down, that probably means we lose unless the others are able to carry it. And I'm not too optimistic. Well, no, yeah, I don't think so. It's Red Rush. Red Rush is destroying me. Bop, 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 bop. Well, I don't know. Are we saving it? Okay, well, I guess I'm just proving that my team is really good. I was kind of planning on this being a loss, if I'm being totally honest. But, I mean, hey, I'll take the win. The point is, on stream, I took on some really powerful teams. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, wait. No way. Okay, well, you know what? I actually did end up losing. You know what? I counted my metaphorical chickens before they hatched on that one. That was a bit of a bullcrap loss, but a loss nonetheless. Now, it also helps if the whole team is flying, because he does give a little bit of extra healing to kickstart it. But let's... Now that you've seen that team in action, we're going to put Sandstog there, so he's kind of behind the Anissa and the Universa, but now let's take a look and see what happens. Let's see if it works. Now the problem is, if they get a beat on Sandstog, he's done. Because Sandstog cannot protect himself very well. You see, right there, yeah, he's done. But we've already done a noteworthy amount of pain to the enemy team. Will it matter, though? We'll see. It's going to be tight. Because when it falls off hard. Sad to say. But we've got at least a fair chance here. And with a team that was statistically much weaker. Yeah, there we go. We actually got it, and in good time, too. Take a look at the stats here. Ooh, yeah, look at all that. 600k. Like, man. Man. That is so much healing. You get my point there. It's like, it feels like it should be bugged. I think it's not bugged, but I don't think they planned for this. I don't think they planned for this interaction. I almost wonder if they're going to put a cooldown on the shields he gets from, or the shields he gives from his healing. Because, wow. That's a lot. So a weird arena to say the least. Not only was the arena totally broken in like the first day or two, but now we've got this crazy interaction from Seonstog that means even at Epic Plus, Seonstog's totally usable here. Which is hilarious, but also feels kind of wrong. Because these amazing teams, I mean, you know, this whole team, over 1,000. Almost 600 million power. Cracked Red Rush, cracked Universa, cracked Invincible, cracked Allen, cracked Robot. Getting beaten by an Epic Plus dog. If I put that much work into a team and I got beaten by a dog, I might be a little upset myself. So, not sure if that's going to stick. I mean, it definitely will till at least the next update, if even then, unless they decide to put out an emergency patch for it. But, yeah, no, it's cracked. It's cracked. So this arena is odd, to say the least. But you know what? It's a dang good time, and the visual is hilarious. So, yeah, let me know what you think of that down in the comments below, and we shall see you next time. Have a good